Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. Jason Robert Brown's musical, The Last 5 Years, hits the big screen on Valentine's Day. Under the direction of Richard LaGravenese, it stars Jeremy Jordan and Anna Kendrick. And we're at the New York City premiere on the red carpet, where the Broadway community came out to celebrate. How excited are you to be here tonight?
Oh my God, it's thrilling. Jason Robert Brown's on fire. He's everywhere between this and our show and Parade. It's just he's on fire, and I'm thrilled to be a small part of his gigantic adventure right now.
You're a large part of that. What's it been like working with him?
You know, he is. I first got exposed to his work, like many of us do. Like as you're getting into this crazy business in college, and you come across things like Parade and Songs for a New World in the last 5 years, and these songs sort of cut through the noise, and they create relevance for themselves in a really amazing way, and they're really actors' songs, so we seek them out because they're great material to dive in, and they allow us to do what we do, and they're collaborative. Even when Jason's not in the room, the song is collaborative. There's a give and take between the lyrics and the notes, and the way that he's crafted them, they tell you what to do with them. So they're fun to interpret.
Were you a big fan of this show?
Oh, huge. I mean, it's so. I remember going home and telling my mom after the first time I saw this. I was like, one of them is going forward and the other one's going backward, and the only time that they meet is at the wedding. And I was a wreck. And it's special.
So how excited are you to be here tonight?
So excited to be here. This is my favorite musical. And I saw Jason Robert Brown over there, and I want to run up to him, but I don't think that's appropriate.
Oh, it is appropriate, totally. Oh, especially tonight.
Good.
Why do you love this so much?
I mean, this was a cult classic while I was in school, of course, so I know the music inside and out, backwards and forward. See what I did there? Yeah. So.
Why do singers love his music so much? Why do you love Jason's music?
Maybe because it's so hard for the piano. I don't know. We love it because it's so difficult and truthful, and it's just honest music. His lyrics really just speak to us in a way.
How excited are you to be here tonight?
I'm very excited. I don't know a huge amount about the film, but I'm excited to see it. The trailer caught my attention for sure, so I'm here with a healthy sense of curiosity to learn about it.
It's great on your night off, right?
Yeah, I know. What an absolute treat. Yeah, super exciting and fun to see so many members of the Broadway community here as well. It's so cool.
I ask you, do you do musicals?
I do.
Do you sing, yeah?
Yes, I used to sing. I was kind of more into musicals than I was straight plays for a long time. And then I went to Juilliard. It's more sort of acting focused. But yeah, no, I love to sing. Yeah.
Would you like to come to Broadway in a musical after this incredible journey that you're on with The Curious Incident?
I would love to. I mean, we'll have to see what happens. Maybe there would be something I could do. But yeah, I would absolutely love that, yeah.
Oh gosh, I love this musical. I'm so excited about getting to see this. I feel like this was sort of a watershed in musicals that paves the way for more personal stuff, like the more folky, more authentic, like hearing ourselves on stage. It's really beautiful. So I can't wait to see it.
Your show has taken quite a journey, hand to God. Did you ever think you'd be on Broadway with the journey the show has taken? I know you wanted to be.
No, I didn't. I think when Kevin McCullum first suggested it, it took me a moment where I was like, can we? And then you just got to say, in the words of our president, yes, we can, right? You just got to step up to the challenge and do the damn thing, man. So, oh my gosh. But yeah, it's been quite a journey.
How excited are you to be here?
I'm so stoked. I can't wait to see it, and to see it done on film, and to just see these two new interpretations of it.
Give me your history with this piece.
Well, I did it. I played Jamie in the second stage revival.
Terrific.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And I've always been a fan of Jason's, a fan of the music, and I can't wait to see also to hear the music anew, to hear how they've done it for a film, because I know there's been some rescoring and restructuring. I don't think there's any new songs, but I think it'll sound fresh.
And the energy of the room is kind of incredible, right?
It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like everyone is as excited as I am. I mean, I've just been excited since I saw the trailer. I can't wait to see it.
I have seen it already. This will be my third time tonight seeing this. I love this film. I love this show. When were you first aware of The Last 5 Years?
We really don't know a lot about it, except for when it was on stage. I never saw it. I must have been in a long run. It was at the Minetta Lane.
Oh, that's perfect.
I never saw it. I must have been in a show. So it's all going to be new to me.
We're just really excited for Jeremy, and it's just good. And I'm a huge Anna Kendrick fan, so I feel like I already win just getting to see it.
Tell me what's brought you here tonight.
Well, I mean, I think I've seen every incarnation of this. You know, Sherry Renee Scott set me up with my husband over 12 years ago. So I was actually hired to be the understudy in the Out of Town with Lauren Kennedy back in the day, and I think I did like Sweet Smell of Success instead, or something like that, or an early version of Piazza. So the show, I've known the show since it was made, and so it's very special to me. It's special to me, my husband and me, as we've gone through with Kurt and with Sherry, and they've been produced it, and then of course my relationship with Jason.
What is it like singing his score? You and I talked about this during Bridges. He wrote that for you. I mean, what is it like singing his stuff?
You know, Jason just gets inside of the things that you can't say. I don't know how he does that. I mean, I think there are a couple of people who are really good at that. Adam Gettle does the same thing. He gets inside in a way that, so when you're doing it, when you're singing it, it feels so cathartic, like you're actually working through something. This is a major one of those. Bridges was the most that I've ever had in my life. And so what it is to me from him is a gift to give a performer the chance to kind of work out a lot of her own things inside her head, you know, like being a mom and being a woman who's lived a certain bit of life and is, you know, making choices and things like that. Professionally or whatever, personally, it's a great way to feel like you're wrenching emotion, and we don't always get to do that. You know, we do a lot of this, and it feels really good. Whether or not people enjoy it, we're feeling damn good.
What brought you here tonight?
I love the music. It was the first musical I ever fell in love with, because I didn't grow up with musicals at all, and I was introduced to this when I first started doing theater, and it was so real in a way that, you know, and so accessible that in a way that a lot of musicals aren't for me. And yeah, it just tells a really human story that I think is really powerful, really heartbreaking, and it's just true to life.
Because you can visualize all these songs in your head.
Well, everybody's gone through all of these songs. I've gone through every single one of these moments that happens in each of these songs. The excitement of meeting someone new, the pain of a distance between each other, and then really trying to make it work when you love someone and it just not working out. Like, everybody's gone through that, so yeah, it's just really relatable.
Why did you want to be part of this and produce it?
It's just one of, you know, my favorite scores, and love Jason and Kurt, and we just loved the piece and wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, Jason is, you know, the composer of our generation, and we're so very happy and proud to support him and be a part of this show and this beautiful film.
You know, there's such a cult following with this show. I mean, I'm sure you found that out. Did you know the show well before you started to produce it?
Yeah, I grew up with it, love it. It's one of my favorites, you know, so it made sense for us to work on it.
We grew up listening to it and singing along to the cast recording, and, you know, we knew all the songs backwards and forwards, and, you know, it's just so beautiful to now see it played out on the screen, and Richard LaGravenese has done such a beautiful job at it's so cinematic, and I think that's what audiences are going to fall in love with, just seeing it up on the big screen.
It's a dream come true, really. I mean, this has been a labor of love for how many years? Since 2002? Long time.
Well, being back in the Minetta Lane, I remember being here for the meet and greet.
I know, it was, for the meet and greet? I know, I remember sitting up in the balcony and watching it and just being able to dig the layers and layers and layers. I mean, I just think it's a masterpiece. I really do think it's a masterpiece, and I was so happy to be able to find Richard LaGravenese, to be able to direct it, and we got so lucky with Anna and Jeremy to be in it, and it's a dream come true, really.
What's it been like for you watching it on screen?
Well, you know, it's been a... Well, I mean, my job was really about the music and the filming, and so as an actor, I used to do a lot of episodic television, which was kind of like independent filmmaking. And since the past 15 years, I've been producing a lot of records, and kind of the marriage of those two, and putting it together, and understanding how to make a musical live on screen, because a lot of it is sung live. was really kind of where I came in, and it's fantastic.
Is tonight surreal?
Tonight's crazy. Tonight's really weird, but it's first of all to be in this building, to be at the Minetta Lane and watching the last 5 years, which I only saw the show here 2, maybe 3 times because I was playing it. So I don't even the experience of sitting in the audience. When I think of this theater, actually, there was a show called Travels with My Aunt, and I remember seeing that here. That is more sort of like but walking in the front door of this theater is like, that's my theater, what's happening? And there it says the last 5 years. It's really weird.
I have the fondest memories because we were here for the meet and greet in the theater when you played and Norbert sang and Sherry and Daisy. I remember vividly that day. I mean, do you?
I remember it too, but I'm amazed you were alive even then. What were you, 12?
I love you more and more.
No, that was a long time ago. I remember all of it. I was wearing a Piggly Wiggly shirt, I remember, which I loved, but I think that's the only day I ever wore it, and then it got too small. But yeah, I remember all of it. It was a very complicated experience, and it was very richly emotional, but it was also it was very joyful and very scary and very sad all at the same time. It was a powerful time.
But isn't it cool that you turned this into a film?
Yeah, as Richard Maltby said, it was a fucking insane idea.
But that was the best.
And I didn't think of it at the time. I was sort of swept away by my love for it. I never really thought it out as to whether or not it would work. I think it has, but as we were making it, it was always kind of iffy, you know.
What I love about his score is you can visualize everything in your head when you just listen to the songs. Did it play in your head like a film when you were listening to it?
That's what happened, and the more you listen to it, Jason's lyrics are like this gold mine, so the more you listen to it, the more you connect the dots from song to song, and the more they sort of reveal this stuff about relationships and about male and female relationships, really any relationships, about two people who love each other but don't want to lose their identities in each other, and it's really something. His work is just extraordinary.
This is very exciting. The Broadway community is out tonight.
They are. Well, they are. They're out every night, technically 8 shows a week.
But on their night off, they're here to see you.
They are. They're so sweet. I love them.
You told me the other day this was made for the Broadway community. Tell me what it was like working on this film and working with Richard.
It was great. You know, we really. Hi, Laura Osnes. We really we really put it together for people like us, and you know, Richard and I and Anna as well are huge musical theater fans at our sort of core, and so we wanted to make a movie that was very loyal to the original source material, but at the same time really built it up in a new way for a new audience to sort of discover, and then we made it real, and it was a really collaborative effort. All of my and Anna's input was put into effect. It really felt like it was something that we made together.
Because it was small and isolated. This was sort of outside the Hollywood, you know, the big picture was just you guys in that room with Richard making the kind of movie you wanted to make.
Yeah, we shot it like an indie film, and you'll see. It's very up close and personal. There's no frills. There's no weird camera tricks. It's all just right up in your face. I mean, the show is incredibly personal, and it's incredibly realistic and very vivid and nuanced and specific. And a lot of times musical theater tends to glaze over those intricacies in a relationship and kind of have songs sort of out the general. There's so many other things going on, but you have two people to focus on and you can really dig deep. So that's what we